Yeah, I've been really thankful for this opportunity to come to ACC Media Day here in Charlotte. It was a blessing to be able to represent Clemson University and do some of these interviews and just talk to different people. So I've had a really good time here today.
What's it been like intensity-wise lately? I know Coach was talking about the defense really being a key element here. Really, trying to force those turnovers, the difference between getting a few more W's this year. Has it been pretty intense thus far?
Yeah, I mean, it's been real intense. We get after it every day, but I think that's what we need. We take every day as an opportunity to get better, and I believe if we continue to do that, we'll be able to have a lot of success this year. We got some really good new pieces. Bohannon, David Collins, both transfers obviously, had great careers at their last stops. Nas has really done a great job in bringing leadership among all his other skills and attributes. David, very physical player, great defender. He's brought a good intensity to practice every day. And then our freshmen, they're doing a good job trying to learn everything, trying to get used to our system, and they've just brought a lot of excitement to the program, and I'm excited for them.
Like you have the pieces that could surprise maybe more than where the prediction might have been.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. I think we have the pieces. I think we're ready to take the next step as a program, and we don't really care if people believe that or not. That's why we work hard every day. We're worried about each other, and we're worried about our team. Every game we're playing against ourselves. We're not worried about what the name on the other jersey is. We're worried about ourselves, and if we execute, if we do what we're supposed to, then I think we'll be able to be successful.
So you got your degree in what at Youngstown?
I ended up getting a degree in business administration with a minor in marketing.
Okay, and you're studying what at Clemson?
I'm in athletic leadership.
So I guess David Collins is also from Ohio, right? So have you guys bonded pretty quickly?
No, yeah, we definitely bonded well. We gelled well. We actually played versus each other our senior years in a showcase that took place in my city. And if you ask Dave about it, funny, he dunked on me at the end of the other game. I'm going to tell you before he tells you. But no, it was a good experience. So when I actually committed to Youngstown State, because he's from Youngstown, he had committed there and then he decommitted, and because the new coaching staff came. So the coaching staff there, when I committed, tried to get me to get Dave to come to Youngstown. And fast forward 4 years later, Dave commits to Clemson first, and Dave is the first call from a player that I received, like, hey, I need you to come down here with me.
What was it like in high school going to college trying to get David back? I mean, what were those conversations like?
It was kind of fun. It was also like that little eerie feeling because it's like I know him, but I don't really know him. Like I met him, we've played a couple of times, but it's like, okay, I'm encouraging him. His mom actually went to Youngstown State, so I'm like, bro, it can be a storybook, like story in a way. Like we can come do something that's never been done. That's what got me to go to Youngstown State. They never been to the tournament. I'm like, I can be that kid or a part of that team that is the first to ever do something. How many people can say they were the first to ever do something in life? And that was what I prided myself on trying to get people to come there and do.
So what was his pitch to you to come to Clemson?
His pitch was, again, now we're at a different level in our lives. You were successful where you were, I was successful where I were. Let's see what we can do together to help a program that's been successful be even more successful. And why not do it in the best conference there is in college basketball?
Yeah, I mean, is that kind of exciting to be able to play against ACC?
Legit, like it's a dream come true. I say it all the time, like there's a lot of people in the city that I'm from whose dream I'm living right now. When I committed to Clemson, I probably got 2,000 plus likes on Facebook from an entire city of people who feel like when you hear my name and you hear Lorraine, Ohio on TV, that's them playing in that same jersey and that I'm playing for them. So they're excited, like they're calling now, like when you play Duke, when do you play North Carolina? I'm gonna get there. I don't care if it's 10 hours, what the flight is, I gotta pay, just because they want to live the experience and they feel like I'm living it with them or for them. And I take a lot of pride in that, like every time I put on the jersey. So if I could put Lorraine across the back of my jersey, I would do that too, as well as Bohannon.
So we're almost all the way there, and so it's been good. Our guys have done a good job, and love to be at 100. Whether we get there or not, we'll see.
What about any nagging injuries in camp so far?
Yeah, not too much. PJ has had a little bit of a patella tendon issue that he missed 10 days, kind of right before practice started. kind of was bothering him again the other day for a little bit. We shortened him up in practice. So that's a little bit of cause for concern just because we're not as deep in the post. And we need PJ, to be ready to have a big year. Beyond that, we're doing pretty well.
Brad, we talk about with offensive players, they've got a feel for the game. They know when to attack, when to pull it out. Is there a feel for the game for defensive players? And how do you kind of see it in recruiting them when they're doing it?
There definitely is, and a lot of it is basketball IQ. A lot of times guys who are good passers see the game, so you can see the game defensively as well. That has to do with anticipation, not chasing people away that don't really matter. Sometimes there's interchanges and there's things going on to deceive you and eyewash, if you will, offensively, to lose sight of what's really going. And so guys who are on point they don't get involved with the eyewash. They're focused on what they know, and they anticipate what's going to happen. And so and you don't have to be super athletic. It can be guys who are, have great anticipation that are a play or two ahead or a step or two ahead. So absolutely, that's a part of it.
Can you teach that? Sometimes they say for the offensive stuff, it's innate. You either have that feel.
Yeah.
Can you teach it?
It's like offense, and I agree with that to an extent. You can teach guys to be better, but there are guys that just have it, and there's a confidence that comes from it, and it's almost like a quarterback or a player in an inbounds pass or in a high post pass. Like, will the guy pull the trigger naturally, or is he hesitant to pull the trigger? He won't pull the trigger. Like, it's like an inbounder that, like, the kid's, like, he's open, his arm is open, he's here, he's really open. But, like, guy won't throw it because he doesn't trust his pass and he's afraid to pull it. One of our freshman big guys, he has a great ability to pull the trigger. Like, he feels it, he sees it, he's got, and that's different. It's not, and he's some other things about him, but like if you really study him, man, he's a kid that will do that, and that's a gift. Like, some kids don't have. Defensively, it's similar. Some kids see things. Other kids, you keep repping it, and they can't, or you do it in a small breakdown 3-on-3, and then you go 5-on-5, and it's the same, but they can't read the scenario with the other two guys out there. So it's a little bit of both.